Hello everyone, this is Saki Nakata's Final 2 Anime 2023 Part 2 here. Now, I must say that, I've got great news unless you guys didn't read the description or the title in general and you just randomly clicked on the- Jesus! That hurt! Randomly clicked on the video. But if you did, then I got good news for all of you. All of you, you know what? I have news. The channel, my main one, it's returning. Yes, it is, along with its many content as possible. Alright? Along with its many content. The same content that I usually make that you guys enjoy, and I keep seeing that from this channel, you guys are actually still viewing the channel. So, from this one to my famous one, I want to thank all of you so much for the support. And this news coming to you now is that the second season of... What the hell? You swore you'd work! Anyways, the news coming to you, all you viewers out there, is that this season of my new anime story, I decided to wait, but I also decided to wait as well to explain the lore of the characters and the background of it in general, because in my next anime story that I'm going to make, and you listen carefully now, because this is where the big stuff comes in. I'm sorry, I don't know. Anyways, the big stuff being that inside of my next anime manga, I will be doing a story that also contains lore within itself, and you get the gist of it. The characters, you get to know them a little bit better. The lore behind them is through their mouths of how they explain what their backstory was, what their character is. It's most likely that this next story after Mindset of Rage Season 2, which is also the final season, and if you want multiple endings, then that's going to have to be in a different scenario of types, because I haven't put multiple endings inside of the story. It just ends after it's done. Like I said, it's most likely going to be the complete set. That means that on my main channel, the complete set, aka the complete edition, is most likely going to be both seasons, or maybe just season 2 and 1 will be on there. I'm trying to complete as many as I can before I return on my main channel. I'm trying to think of ideas, get the lore behind the story, and see if you guys would like the characters. Now, Season 2 of Mindset of Rage is, well, I know I said it would be longer, or maybe I release it sometime this actual month, which is most likely possible, or maybe in 2024. And a lot of content is going to come with 2024. Don't you worry about that now. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Anyways, a bunch of very good stuff happening. Season 2, just like Season 1, is rated PG-13. It's a PG-13 anime manga story. I mean, think about Black Lagoon. That had some PG-13 stuff in it, but it's actually rated R due to the violence of guns, the shooting, the language, the cussing, the sexual intents of sorts that I don't want to go into. Thank you so much, Season 2 of Black Lagoon, the second barrage. You want to die, Benny? Not really. Alright, cool. I don't know, just, it's gonna be a good thing, alright? And this actually used to be a, it doesn't even work anymore. There's this button that you press here, and it used to be a flashlight. You can see it trying to actually light up. This made for a good nightlight. Damn. Well, that does that. It's just a laser pointer now, boys and girls. From Beverly Hills. Yeah. I'm excited to be returning to my main channel. I want to thank all of you so much for actually, tuning into this video. But most likely, I want to thank all of you viewers in general. It means a lot to me. It makes my day that you guys view the channel. And because I have so many subscribers on that channel, and I just saw I gained 2 extra ones, so we're up to 52 subs now on that channel. Yeah, I enjoy my job as a YouTuber and as a writer. I was getting actual useful information from my family members off camera, saying that the lore does need to be inside of the stories, inside of anything. Like, if I would do a playthrough of something, I would possibly have to look up the lore and explain all of it. But that's most likely gonna happen when Persona 3 Anime Remake actually releases. Like, for example, in a nutshell, the lore of, Persona Sakaiji, the side Persona story, anime story, that's actually out there. A lot of people, I think, have actually viewed it. And, I know a viewer that actually likes my anime mangas, and thank you so much for watching them. I hope you keep enjoying them, honestly. That said, viewers, the lore behind Persona Sakaiji, in a nutshell, basically, you have Dylan Sakaiji. There's 2 parts to this, alright? Just like the original vanilla version of Persona 3 had 2 seasons, and now they're cutting that out. Great. I'll never get to know what the answer is unless I watch it on YouTube. That's no fun, man. Come on now. Couldn't you have at least put Persona 3 the answer inside of Portable? And Kotane. We all hate Kotane. Who is she? Disgusting. That's what it is. Atlas, you swore! You swore you wouldn't do anything rational. You're hurting the plans! You're hurting them all, alright? And because Kotane is out of the way, Makoto Yuki lives on in our souls forever. If you get a false ending, I will get to Sakaiji in a minute. If you get the false ending, he lives, everybody lives, and I think the world actually ends. If you do get the true canon ending, he gives up his soul and he dies. I cosplay as an actual anime character that actually dies inside of the main franchise of Persona. What the actual hell? What? It makes me sad to think that Makoto Yuki actually dies, but then we were given Makoto Nijima in the main anime franchise, which I guess made up for it, in many ways, shape or form. Anyways, getting to Dylan Sakaiji and his backstory. You got Dylan Sakaiji, alright? He didn't want to go to school. He missed the bus with his sister. I feel like this has been, in need for a long time now. So you got Dylan, they walk to the grocery store in the next episode, and then his sister dies. He gets angry, and he summons Black Widow, which was his persona. His awakening anyway. But it turns out that Dylan was actually possessed when he turned into his actual persona. Just like when Ichigo from Bleach actually turned into his hollow monster. And that was bad in many ways, man. It was tough to watch. Anyways, after he did turn into Black Widow and he woke up with it, or whatever happened, it's been so long since I watched that anime that I made, multiple things happen, alright? Black Widow is actually a demon if I did not explain this on my main channel. And hopefully this makes sense to all of you, but Black Widow was a demon persona entity power. Just like Amino Sagiri is a demon entity that controls the Falcon 4. We get it. But after Dylan's arm is shot off on accident by one of his friends, which his friend had a shotgun persona. I don't know, it's weird. There is no lore to that of how that friend's persona is a shotgun. But once Dylan is killed, like, most of everything and every people, or I should say Black Widow, because you gotta think, Dylan's eyes were normal, and then they turned red. That only means one thing. You're possessed, and you need Jesus in your life. But yeah, if actual possession was happening, and I don't know. I don't know if I would actually say that it happens, but I have heard multiple theories of it. So, coming from multiple theories, you get this character, then he turns into the monster in the sky, and then the monster in the sky kicks him out, and he breaks his leg, and he loses his eyes and his memory. But with a special power from one of his friends, I think, they had the power to actually, like, bring him back. And then we got an angel persona. And then once he killed Black Widow, basically, in the land of Hades, hell itself, because Black Widow in that persona story was no other than Satan. It's a demonic thing to look at inside of the lore of Sakaiji, but I mean, he does actually die, and then his sister gets him as a persona, but if you didn't see from the ending, if it didn't make sense, then here it is in a nutshell. Say this clip was all you had with as many bullets as you have in it, right? There's a point behind this. And you shoot them all up. Well, just like Makoto Yuki and Dylan Sakaiji, they both die in honor. And let's just say that for Dylan, it doesn't go so well because of the multiple things that he faced. And his sister, once she came back to life, it was explained in the story, I do believe so. So, I mean, that's good. But once he hugs his sister, his soul goes in him, he dies, his eyes disappear, and then, well, you get the eyes on his sister and got possessed. He didn't really mean to actually possess her. That's not what was supposed to happen, but think of the things that he was going through. Yeah. It can screw your mind up. Multiple ways it can screw it all up. There's a moral lesson behind Persona Sakaiji Seasons 1 and 2. Season 2 being Rebirth. The multiple lesson here is a family member dies, you're gonna get angry, of course, but when you learn that they come back to life in fictional lands, this does not happen in real life. Yet again, I'm sorry if this touches on a sore subject, but when she died, he got angry, and then everything all went to hell in a handbasket. Oh, by the way, is Ken Kaneki. Thank you for quoting that line in Season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul. After I met her, my life went to hell in a handbasket. Yeah. But anyways, I'll be explaining the lore behind, this new anime story that is going to be released on my main channel with all my other mangas and AMVs and other content in general. And yes, that channel is ongoing. I just had to take a break from it because of me dealing with work outside of the YouTube world. So viewers, if you're excited for that, then hey, that's pretty good. Yes, I know it's been a few days since Season 1 has been released. But if I re-released it with every episode in there, it would be so long that you guys would get bored. But that's not what I intend to do. I intend to actually release Season Dos. I think that's how you say 2 in Spanish. Yes, I intend to release Season 2 separately, and then that said, it'll probably be released sometime this month or in 2024, like I said. But I will be explaining every single thing of lore behind each character in that story, because this next one, whether or not it's a Persona story or a story of my own, which I plan on holding off of Persona anime mangas for now and just creating my, own other stuff. Yes, it's not copyright. Plagiarism and copyright mean the same thing. No doubt about it. That's terrible. It's a terrible thing. Basically, on YouTube, if anyone is creating AMVs, especially me, you're in the ride for something nasty. You basically don't say it, and then YouTube considers you as a criminal of plagiarism. It's bad. Stay away from plagiarism, alright? I have known many friends that have done this. I have known few acquaintances of mine that have done this in the past. It's terrible, alright? It's really terrible. It's like bullying on another scale. So yes, I'm gonna try to make my next manga after this second season is released. I'm gonna make it with lore inside of it. So I hope all of you have enjoyed this, and stay tuned on my main channel. I will be trying to upload content as much as I can. Then again, outside of YouTube, I have a life like all of you, and I don't want to rush anything. But to keep it at ease, I will probably be making a few AMVs, as I have good ideas for this sort of thing, you know? Anyways, viewers, this has been Saki Nikaido Stuff Violent GMA 2023, Part 2 here. And I'll see all you in the next one. Peace out, and bye-bye. You swore, Atlas, about no gun.